ladies and gentlemen, to Anonymous Contributors Month here on Reaction and Review. Tonight, guys, I'm taking a look at a dark superhero comedy from 2009. That movie is Defendor. Now, I do remember seeing ads for this when it first came out back in 2009. Unfortunately, I don't remember a goddamned thing from a single one of those trailers outside of the fact that Woody Harrelson stars in it and that the ads I saw on TV looked kind of funny. So I've been really curious about checking out this movie. I've been really curious if it's any good, but I've never had the chance to watch it. And thank God somebody sent it in. Now I can finally give it a watch. And I am hoping for the absolute best because, well, this thing, guys, is kind of hitting all of the good bases going in. Dark comedy, dark superhero comedy. It has Woody Harrelson in it. Guys, this thing almost can't fail. I say almost because I have said that movies cannot possibly fail in this series before, and then they wind up completely sucking. I'm hoping that that isn't the case here, but the only way for me to find out is if I shut up, I quit stalling, and I push play. And I'm going to do that right now. So, without further ado, it's time to kick back, relax, and check out Defendor. You know, I really kind of like how Defendor is not even able to afford an actual mask, so he just has like shoe polish like slapped over his eyes. Now that on top of the chest emblem made out of fucking duct tape makes him the most awesomely ghetto superhero I've ever fucking seen, man. Okay, Defendor was able to weaponize a little jar of wasps. That is fucking awesome, dude. Okay, now that is cool. Not only does he keep a little jar of wasps with him, I just saw the nest. He actually breeds wasps in his little Defendor lair. Okay. And plus, well, you get to see a little bit more of his, like, inner workings and everything. This really is fucking awesome, guys. Whoa, hang on. Now, they mentioned earlier he gets really pissy if you don't pronounce his superhero name correctly. And you even see it, he gets very defensive if you do not pronounce it Defendor. He just said it as Defender. I found a plot hole. I don't want to find it. This movie's really good so far, but god damn it, that's a plot hole. It's a really big one. Because they made such a big fucking deal out of it earlier. I'm not going to let that affect this. Everything else has been really good so far. I'm just hoping that that isn't like the start of a slippery slope or anything, man. Okay, I totally understand that this is a really petty complaint, but this whole time he was asked why he trashed a dry cleaner. I want to make this clear. The movie starts, and Defendor is being questioned why he trashed a dry cleaner. We are this far into the movie, we've seen this dry cleaning establishment one time, and it barely tied into the story. I totally understand. The story here is getting really good, but I want to know. I'm curious why the fuck he trashed this goddamn dry cleaner. I'm really getting curious now. Okay, so we finally find out exactly how and why he trashes that fucking, dry cleaner. It only took him an hour to answer that, but god damn it, that was really fucking funny. Oh, shit, man. Okay. I'm not totally sure if it's healthy to take a fucking pistol, round to the fucking junk at point, blank range. That was... Wow. That fucking hurt just hearing it. Jesus. Wow. Well, guys, that was Defendor. Wow, alright, let me shut that off. Holy shit, that ending was actually a little bit sad. Alright, so, guess, well, you guys could probably tell I really enjoyed this one. Before I even get into the fucking review, I do have to get that point across. This movie is fantastic. Now, I'm going to start with the writing. As always, I start with the writing. Those of you who are kind of new to the series. The writing in this thing, it is really, really sharp. Guys, I've always wondered exactly what it would be like if you were to make a superhero film and make it as realistic as possible. As in, you don't have somebody who has mountains and mountains of money or tons of bizarro gadgets and gizmos. No, you have some dude whose weapons included, let's see, marbles, hornets, and a bunch of other goofy shit. Whose costume is made up of a turtleneck. Whose basic costume is made up of essentially of a turtleneck, duct tape, and shoe polish. You know, this right here, guys, is kind of sort of how an actual superhero would be. Of course, it also works in the whole angle of the fact that our main character is a little mentally special. He is not completely mentally disabled, but my God, he comes really, really close. And so you know, they also work in that, you know, angle, which certainly does help make the film a little bit funnier. Every single character here, they feel real. Once more, guys, I do have to sort of say, this is kind of this here is kind of like a real-world superhero story set in a realistic, real world. It's very, very well done like that. I mean, you know, yes, there have been other films and other comics which have tried that. The biggest one, of course, is Kick-Ass. But Kick-Ass actually goes as far as he buys his costume off of the fucking internet. He doesn't make it himself out of random bullshit he just finds anywhere. So we do have that. This thing here, in terms of just being a, quote, ultra-realistic superhero experience, Defendor crushes Kick-Ass. However, both films are still amazing. I'm not trying to discount Kick-Ass at all. So we have writing here which is very, very strong. We have a story that is fantastic. Especially since the whole thing, guys, essentially Defendor, or rather Arthur, might as well call him by his given first name. Arthur is trying to find a villain who he believes is named Captain Industry, and that is based entirely off of mishearing his grandfather years and years ago, when his grandfather said that it was captains of industry who were putting the drugs on the streets, and well, he was young and a little bit mentally slow, so it kind of turned into Captain Industry, and he's out for vengeance because his mom was killed by Captain Industry. It is very, very well done, and they go to great lengths to attempt to explain everything which happens here, which to me is fantastic because lesser movies would have completely tried to overlook all of that, and they wouldn't have bothered to attempt to actually give depth to every single primary character, which really, guys, after watching a ton of movies in this series where characters are shallow and lifeless and pointless, the fact that we have something here where characters actually have depth and I find myself actually caring about them, that is a huge fucking accomplishment. Now, part of that is also the acting, because the actors in this thing, the entire cast, turn in a top-notch showing, and of course, out of all of them, the one who absolutely steals the show is Woody Harrelson. But then again, I am one of the people who believes that Woody Harrelson is one of the most underappreciated actors in all of Hollywood. You basically can give him any kind of role, and Woody Harrelson will pull it off with absolute gusto. And shit, guys, right here is proof. You can watch this, you can watch Natural Born Killers, you can watch his time on Cheers, you can watch anything he's fucking been in. And the man never disappoints. So we have him leading an absolutely powerful cast who are working with a masterfully written script. Guys, there is no way this thing could have failed. No, well, scratch that. There are a few ways it could have failed. It could have failed if the camera work or the lighting or the sound mix were bad. But no, even here, all of that is absolutely solid. Special effects, what few are in here, are basically the Hornets all look to be CG, which makes sense because I don't think you could train Hornets to actually buzz near people and, attack them. You'd have to do that with CG. It just makes sense. So we have that, and really beyond that, and a little bit of like squib work. There's nothing else here in terms of special effects, which once more I guess kind of sort of pays a little bit more towards the whole, this is a superhero film in as realistic a setting as possible. You aren't going to have massive effects, okay? So everything here is done very, very well, and it's all perfect with it's all perfect with the setting and the mood and the tone. If I had to find any problems, and again, this is just nitpicky problem bullshit, is they make a big point early on. Arthur flips his shit if you mispronounce his superhero name. You even see him do it at one point. He just absolutely loses it. And then at one point he is giving a monologue about why he has to dress up in order to, fight, crime. And at that point he mispronounces the name the way everybody else does, which is just calling him Defender as opposed to Defendor. Once more, that is a very minor thing. And the only way it's going to bother you is if you're actually actively looking for it, and since I'm reviewing these, I kind of feel that I have to look for those sorts of things. So anybody else who watches this, you are not going to give a shit. And frankly, the story itself is so absolutely fantastic, and the acting is so well that even something that minor, something so fucking trivial is not going to break this movie at all. So, really, am I able to recommend Defendor? Oh, shit, yes, I can. Guys, I have watched a lot of superhero-based films in my lifetime. This thing is by far one of the best. And that, guys, is counting in even major films such as Captain America, Iron Man, Superman 2, as well as Superman 1. Might as well throw in that one too. This thing ranks high up there, specifically because of what it was striving for. And I'm still going to say it's striving entirely for, again, being a superhero film in as realistic a setting as possible. And god damn it, it nails it. And really, that is something that, at least to me, works very, very well. Now, I do know of one other film similar to this one, which people have wanted me to cover. It's a movie called Super. And I'm going to tell you right now, this is sort of, off topic because it has nothing to do with this, but I've seen the trailer for it, and it looked stupid as shit. And after seeing this, I do not want to see some half-assed bastardized version of this, especially when it stars someone I cannot stand. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of fucking Rainn Wilson. So, you know what? Super can just go rot. I don't fucking care. I have fucking Defendor, and that's good enough for me. Now, because this is Anonymous Contributors Month, Defendor did come off of the Amazon wish list, but I don't know who sent it in. I really, really wish I knew, because holy hell, guys, to whoever sent this, thank you. Holy shit. This thing here is going to have a very prominent and proud spot in my DVD collection until I break down and I buy it on Blu-ray, just because I'm trying to convert my whole collection over to Blu-ray, at least as much as I possibly can. So yeah, wow, this thing was far better than I could ever have possibly imagined. And once more, to whoever sent it in, thank you. Wow. I really kind of want to watch this thing again. In fact, I just might. So yeah, guys, we are slowly winding down Anonymous Contributors Month. We have one more movie to cover, and oh boy, I have saved an absolute doozy for the closer this month. Well, at least I'm hoping for it to be somewhat decent. But you guys will find out in a couple of days when I upload that one. So, with that, we come to the close of another reaction and review. Until next time, ladies and gentlemen, take care, and I will see you all in the near future. Peace.